So, as some of you might know, recently, within the past week, the quote-unquote news or journalism website, The Verge, released a video of how to build a custom gaming PC. And of course, it was absolutely terrible, riddled with nearly fatal mistakes, a bunch of shit that just didn't make any sense whatsoever. And everyone and their mother on the internet has come out lambasting them for getting so much stuff wrong while trying to act reputable as, a reputable news source. So, that reminded me of a video that I saw a very long time ago. And all of these other videos criticizing The Verge have inspired me to criticize that one video that I saw a long time ago. So, I'm sure if you know me, I've already complained to you about this enough. But if you don't, well, here you go. So this video is called How to Become Strong. First thing I want to point out is the like-dislike ratio. Keep in mind that there are 200. This means that there are at least 234 people who watched this video, decided there is good information here that helped them and was useful, and then they decided to drop a like on the video. Okay? So also keep in mind, look at this ratio. Alright? So that's the first thing I want to point out. Let's start the video. Second thing, music choice. What is this? The Unity some shit? Like, I don't know. I think it's just really overused, overrated, very loud and annoying, and not really fit for a tutorial video, right? Anyways. Okay. So step one, keep in mind the main goal is to get a void weapon. That makes sense. Turn this down. You're showing off Vaffle's gear. Oh, hold up. So you're showing off Vaffle's gear. This part's fine, right? If you want to figure out how to get, like, the most geared, Vaffle is probably the best person to look at. So I don't have an issue with this. What I have an issue with is this next part. Oh. Second thing. What is this shit? White tech? Like, don't do this, guys. If you're ever gonna make videos or tutorials or whatever yourself, don't fucking do this. You see how hard this shit is to read, like, especially right here, where it's white text on a light background? This shit is so fucking hard to read, alright? Don't do this. White text with a black stroke, like on 95, 99% of backgrounds, that's gonna be readable, okay? Don't just do white text, because, like, if it's on a white background, you can't read shit. Alright, now to talk about the actual content. As you can see, heroic armor isn't as good as El Reno armor. So let's go ahead and compare his armor with Vaffle's armor right here. Alright, so compare physical attack. So we have 290 to 348. Lower physical defense, lower magical defense, apparently higher HP on that. So you're 1 for 4 on, whether El Reno is better than heroic. And you look at the other effects. Oh, we can see an attacks. By the way, the resolution on this is actual garbage as well, so it's really hard to read. You see an attack 10%, and what do you have here? What, damage received when 30% HP or less minus 7%? Like, I'm sorry, but in what world is this heroic piece better, this El Reno piece better than this heroic piece? Like, that just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. This man's making the claim, oh, yeah, heroic armor isn't as good as El Reno armor. Yet every single piece of evidence that he shows is contrary to that. See, like, less magical attack, defense, stats. He has 2 tiers in this, whereas Vaffle has +9 magical attack on his heroic Lada. And also it's +10 and everything and yada yada yada. But, like, a completely empty El Reno piece. This glove is, like, fucking better than this in basically every way you can imagine. And then he's just making the claim, oh, heroic armor isn't as good as El Reno armor. Like, where the fuck do you get this, like, notion of a claim? Like, that doesn't fucking make any sense. Okay, and then this part. Okay, so I'm gonna keep in mind. So he starts this section at 19 seconds. Alright, and let's just play it. He's showing the in-game menu. No additional text, no additional input, no nothing. He's just literally showing the in-game menu. For almost 20 seconds. Like, he spent... Okay, so this entire video is 2 minutes and 17 seconds, so it's a total of 137 seconds. So he spent 1/7 of that time, spent 14, maybe 15% of the video on this in-game menu. With nothing additional. No kind of input, no explanation, nothing on his part. Again, white text. This shit right here, kind of hard to read, okay? Start off by getting a heroic weapon. This is a purple, an elite tier heroic weapon. Why the fuck are you recommending people to use a purple tier heroic weapon? It's not even unique. And I can't really see the rank, but that's pretty clearly a 1 right there. So it's not even a good elite heroic weapon. It has a garbage rank as well. And he's just like, oh yeah, it's a good weapon. Meanwhile, of course, here again is the fucking rainbow Elry node set that gives you absolutely no side effects, no whatsoever. Why did the aspect ratio just change? I think it happens again. Right there. Why did the aspect ratio change? Why did you zoom in? Why was that necessary? And there's the other pick. Get Elry node armor since it's better than heroic armor. No additional information, nothing to back up his claim, he just says so. And meanwhile, he just has this fucking rainbow Elry node set with the most random shitty sockets. Let me see. Increased damage when attacking enemy below 30% health. What does he have on his top piece? Jump speed, movement speed. Oh, okay, so he has jump speed and movement speed on his for sockets on his top piece. A single boss damage socket. 30% damage increase reduction. What? Why? The more I look at this, the more I'm just like fucking shocked. It's even worse than I remember. You need an item level of 160. Yes. Thank you for telling us what is clearly presented to us in the game. And you have provided us absolutely no new information, nothing hidden, you know, no nuances explained or anything. You're literally just telling us, hey, look at this number in the menu. Like, how is this a guide? And then you spend how long does he spend on this shit? So 105, 106, right? He spends another 30 seconds just mousing over the things that drop in the dungeon. Like, no new information, no nothing. You're literally just fucking mousing over that shit. For what? You know? For what? Oh yeah, look at me in my fucking +8 elite heroic weapon, guys. Oh yeah, look at my 5k crit and 3k max. Oh yeah. The enemies have some real attack damage, but they lack defense. Okay, so do you have anything to back that claim? He doesn't. He cuts out the instant the dungeon starts. He doesn't even show us clearing the dungeon. Like, okay, so it looks like Barrock starts at 40 bars. he uses a full Burning Punisher. Okay, maybe Burning Punisher does like 6 or 8 bars. So he's gonna have to go through how many? What? Fucking 5 or 6 full Burning Punishers just to kill the Barrow Oaks. And then he has to deal with all of the healing from Type H afterwards. He has to deal with all the NPCs. And then Bugwalk isn't really a big issue, but if you don't have the damage to kill him, the damage amps up and it becomes really hard to deal with him. But, like, he hasn't shown that he's able to clear the dungeon at all. Like, sure, he might have hit the item level requirement to enter, but he hasn't actually, like, shown that he's capable of clearing it. Oh, I hope this helped you. Like, what new information was in this video? Were there actually any kind of, like, actual tips or anything that, you know, a new player could use that are actually useful? Like, there was nothing. There was nothing in this video. And yet, I'm fucking appalled that 230 people thought that this was good. Like, they thought that this was actual, like, a worthwhile guide. 23,000 views, like 1% of those, 1% of those people put a like. I'm just fucking lost for words. That doesn't really tell how to be strong. You mentioned what gear a player should have. That's like saying how to become the richest man on earth. Just have more money than Bill Gates. That's it. He just, like... For like a third of the video, he's literally just showing the in-game menu. And for the rest of the video, he's feeding you, like, false information or showing you an example of shit gear while saying that it's good. And then everyone else is like, oh yeah, you need to do the ad dungeon 1,000 times or more. You have to be a cashier. You have to spend money and get a +11. Yeah. And that's not even entirely true. As long as you're smart with your money and you know what you're building, like, it's not difficult to reach a reasonable power level. But, like, that's it. That's it? Tell us how to get more maximized. You buy it. What? How is this a guide? I don't fucking understand, dude. I don't get it.